Hi, I'm Sean, and welcome to Agni Arms. Well, today is paint removal day, and it's going to take a while, but it's going to be well worth it. To show you the tools we're going to be using today. I'm going to do a lot of it with my angle grinder. Here's the angle grinder. Added a vac attachment to it. Even though it says not to use with wire wheels, I'm still going to give it a try here. I don't know if I'll be able to use it for the entire process, but we're going to see if it works. Just a Harbor Freight attachment here goes to my shop vac. So hopefully that sucks up some of the dirt. For the areas that can't reach, have a little knotted wire wheel brush that will run on the drill, and then also have a braided wire wheel. I'm going to use those to get down in the recesses. We're not going to remove all the paint. We're going to get as much of the paint off as we can. And where we can't get stuff, we're just going to Scotch-Brite it, and that'll be good enough. So we'll go ahead and get stuff on here and get started, and let's remove some paint. Okay, so just with that little bit of scrubbing here, you'll see it actually did a pretty decent job. And I think the vac may be sucking some stuff up. We're going to open it up and see if there's any red dust. If there's no red dust, then we're not going to mess with it, because it does take away some of my, it's hard to get closer spots. So I'm not sure I'm seeing any red dust in there. So I think we're going to go ahead and, you know, it was worth a try. I think we're going to go ahead and remove that just so I can get closer to some various areas. Because if you look here on the outside, the dust is going on the outside of the hose. And it makes sense because you'll see it's not really long enough to capture the stuff coming off the wire wheel. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. It was worth a try. And we're going to go back to continuing grinding. So we'll pause it here, we'll get some more done, then we'll come back. Okay, after about 4 hours of wire wheeling, now some of this you'll see there's red dust on it, so I'll need to wipe it down, because like this is all clean. Pretty much I have all of it done. There's some areas there where the wire wheel can't get. We're going to come back on it with the drill brush, see if we can get in there, and then we're going to go get some sand. I do have a portable sandblaster that we're going to use to get the areas that we couldn't get with the wire wheel. And yeah, so that's where it is. As far as how dirty this is pretty dirty. I'll show you. See my shirt, pants. Wire wheeling is definitely dirty, but hey, don't have a big sandblaster, so we're doing what we can. So we're going to come back with the drill with the little brush, and we'll show you what that looks like. Actually, we'll show you here how that's going to work, and then yeah, we'll go from there. The goal here is hopefully this gets in the places that we can't get with the wire wheel, so let's see how this works. Oh yeah, works pretty good. So we're going to come back with this and get some more areas here, and we'll show you. Okay, we're finishing up the final stages of cleanup here with the angle grinder before we use the sandblaster. And this is the one part that I've kind of taken apart here that I want to show you kind of how it works. It's kind of interesting. This is the mounts for the brakes. We took these off and cleaned these up because they're kind of rusty. It's the same on the other side. And I want to show you what the brakes itself look like. So here is the exterior drum, which is the part that you would see. This one would go on the driver's right side. And then in this, you have the actual brake itself. It's going to sit in here like this, and this part presses against here, and then this sits like this, and there's another friction disc. Took these all apart, and I think I'm going to take the time and really clean these up, because these are rather rusty and my brakes are rather important. And so we're going to actually maybe kind of disassemble these and get these all nice and smooth and stuff like that. So, and then what we're going to do is we'll sandblast the inside here and get them all nice and clean. Because originally I was just going to do the outside, but seeing how dirty and rusty the insides were, we want to spend some extra attention to those. When we get those cleaned up, we'll show you what those look like. Okay, so we got these cleaned up. This was the worst of the two. If you look here, bring it inside so you can see a little bit better. Put the grinder on there. Actually, this is the better of the two. We got a lot of rust off. This one was the really rusty one. I might put it on my grinder and grind it smooth. We're going to see how it works first, and if it's not working good, then we'll do that. As far as the drums, if you look in here, this one wasn't too bad. So we didn't do anything on the inside and just sandblasted a little bit on the outside. This was the rustier of the two, so we cleaned all that. And then here on the inside, we really hit it hard with the sandblaster and got a lot of the sand out. So we're going to go ahead and remount these back on the tractor, and then we will pull the tractor out and we'll start sandblasting it. Well, we just got done sandblasting the tractor, and as you can see, there's my arm, there's my other hand. It's kind of a messy affair. What I used was I have Harbor Freight 40-pound sandblaster. I was using the mix I got from Tractor Supply, and really it did a good job. It got the tractor back to where now I definitely feel comfortable painting it. I went over, got to some of the areas that were wire wheeled. You can tell here the difference between the wire wheel and the sandblast. I mean, the paint, the epoxy is going to adhere to all of it. So started doing the bolster, but got the yips going around here. So what I'll do is I'll pull the bolster off, and that way I can do the pedestal and do all of it at once. I have the legs like Pete uses to go on the side here, so I'll do that. But yeah, here's everything. We'll paint everything you see here sandblasted. Show you around here on the back. Got that good and got underneath. And so we'll go ahead, we'll epoxy that, we'll paint that all nice and red. We're going to pull the oil pan and then the flywheel cover after this is all painted, and then we'll clean that up and do that separately. I wanted to keep everything buttoned up while we were sandblasting. And then, yeah, like we said, we'll pull the rims off. We'll do those separately after we get the bolster back on. I want to try to keep as many of the tires down. So that is the first phase of sandblasting. Next we're going to do is we're going to go on to the primer. Probably end this episode here, and we'll do the next one where we prime this. And yeah, we're definitely making some headway. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.